By the early 18th century, Russia had vastly expanded through conquest, annexation, and exploration to evolve into the Russian Empire, the third largest empire in history. The monarchy was abolished following the Russian Revolution in 1917, and the Russian SFSR became the world's first constitutionally socialist state. Russian Federation, see as a transcontinental country spanning Eastern Europe and Northern Asia. It is the largest country in the world by area, covering over 17,125,191 square kilometers, 6,612,073 sq mi, and encompassing 1/8 of Earth's inhabitable landmass. Russia extends across 11 time zones and borders 16 sovereign nations, the most of any country in the world. During the 9th century, Scandinavia and Northern Europe is populated by, among others, the Vikings, excellent sailors who explore in all directions to plunder, but also to develop trade route. To the south is the powerful and Byzantine Empire with its capital to Constantinople, an important commercial crossroads between east and west of the city is attractive in inference. Some Vikings, also known as the Varangians, they go up the rivers with their light boat that they can then carry to the sources of the Dnieper and reach the Black Sea in Constantinople. They sell mainly first honey and slaves captured along the way. The trade route developed rapidly, attracting many Varangian settlers who go funding fortified trading posts. The traditional start date of specifically Russian history is the establishment of the Rus state in the north in 862, ruled by Varangians. Saria Ladoga and Novgorod became the first major cities of the new union of immigrants from Scandinavia with the Slavs and Finns. In 882, Prince Oleg of Novgorod seized Kiev, thereby uniting the northern and southern lands of the eastern Slavs under one authority. The state adopted Christianity from the Byzantine Empire in 988, beginning the synthesis of Byzantine and Slavic cultures that defined Russian culture for the next millennium. Kievan Rus ultimately disintegrated as a state due to the Mongol invasions in 1237-1240, along with the resulting deaths of significant numbers of the population. In 1917, the overthrow of the monarchy initially brought into office a coalition of liberals and moderate socialists, but their failed policies led to seizure of power by the communist Bolsheviks on 25 October 1917. In 1922, Soviet Russia, along with Soviet Ukraine, Soviet Belarus, and the Transcaucasian SFSR signed the Treaty on the creation of the USSR, officially merging all four republics to form the Soviet Union as a country. Between 1922 and 1991, the history of Russia became essentially the history of the Soviet Union, effectively an ideologically based state roughly conterminous with the Russian Empire before the 1918 Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. From its first years, government in the Soviet Union based itself on the one-party rule of the communists, as the Bolsheviks called themselves, beginning in March 1918. In 1980, Russia became weak, that led to Mikhail Gorbachev embarked on major reforms, which overthrown the USSR. The Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic renamed itself as the Russian Federation and became one of the several successors to the Soviet Union. By the year of 1994, Russia retained its nuclear arsenal but lost its superpower status, scrapping the socialist central planning and state ownership of property of the socialist era. New leaders, led by President Vladimir Putin, who first became president in 2000, took political and economic power after 2000 and engaged in an assertive foreign policy. In 2004, annexation of the Crimean Peninsula has led to economic sanctions imposed by the United States and the European Union. Under Putin's leadership, corruption in Russia is rated as the worst in Europe, and Russia's human rights situation has been increasingly criticized by international observers.